Why, oh, why do some schools still feel like it's okay to take recess away from the students who need it most? Welcome to our weekly mini master IP coach training where I love to give you some hot topics that are happening right now in special education. And always remember, if you like this conversation, you're going to love becoming a master IEP coach. And you can find us over at masteriepcoach.com. So here's the thing. Recess is a hot topic every year because it's no fail. There's going to be emails in my inbox from parents who are upset because their child has been denied recess on a regular basis due to their behaviors at school. It just blows my mind that taking away recess is still a common practice when, come on, there's some common sense that says a child who is, let's say, not sitting in their seat and not completing their work probably needs to have some movement to get their work done. So taking away recess is not going to be a valid consequence. In fact, in the state of Illinois, just yesterday, they made it a law that every child K through 5 needs to have at least 30 minutes of play, and that recess cannot be used as a consequence, taking away recess. So that's for grades K through 5. Do I wish that it went K through 8? Yes, I do. All right. Do I wish that something like this was everywhere in every state? Yes, I do. Because as a former special education teacher, I know how the school kind of vibe is, especially on those off days, and it just seems like everybody's going through something, and you want to control more, and you want to almost just you know, I was going to say lock things down, but we've had too much of that in the last year and a half. But you want to just say like, okay, like stop it. We just need to get everything under control and then we can move forward. But sometimes you need that release of energy. You need that activity. You need those things to happen for a child so they can refocus. Can we all agree here? If you are a teacher or a parent who sees that students need movement to learn, come on, drop a comment, put your favorite emoji down below. Let me know that you're hearing this because it's so important for us to make this clear. And sometimes we have to go as far as putting it into the IEP. So I understand that some of you might feel frustrated and say, but, I mentioned it and it happens anyway, or we talk about it, but it happens anyway. And this is for parents and for teachers. So parents just know that teachers have this struggle behind the scenes too with their fellow coworkers sometimes. And parents, I know that you're having this struggle. So you 100% can have put into the IEP that recess will not be denied to the child as a consequence for any reason, for any reason. Now, here's the thing. Is there a time when the standard recess is not appropriate? Maybe. Is there a time where we have to consider some alternatives to that chaotic playground? Maybe it's for the safety of the student or for the safety of others. Maybe there's some eloping that's happening. Maybe there's some self-injurious behaviors happening. There's a lot of different reasons why we may have to modify recess, where we might have to just, get creative and figure out how to get movement in the child's day so it's not a punishment. But we absolutely should not be taking it away. And I want you to know 100% that can be put into the IEP. All right. Let's see. Bridget says, number 1 on the agenda. Yes, ran 2 miles with my son. Nancy's given a thumbs up. So this is important for you to understand. You know what? And I want you to share this with every special education parent and teacher that you know. I know that you might be thinking, I would never do this, or I've never had this done. If you start having this conversation, if you just have a casual, like, hey, has recess ever been taken away from your child? I can guarantee you that some of your friends, your coworkers, your colleagues, some of the people that you're in a parent, special education like support group with, they're going to say yes. And I want you to let them know that you can have it put into the IEP that recess will not be used as a consequence, like taking it away. We cannot have that. I also then want you to consider that if recess has been taken away, What has been happening in the classroom that has led up to this drastic measure, because it is a drastic measure to take away a child's recess. It's so disheartening for a child. What has been leading up to that situation? And that needs to be addressed. I don't know if the child is getting work that is not meeting them where they're at. It's not appropriate. It's not modified. There's no accommodations there. There's not enough support. I don't know. Maybe the work's too easy. Maybe the work's too hard. Maybe the work's too easy. Maybe there was some confusion in how the directions were given. Maybe there's chaos and loud noises. Maybe there wasn't enough time delay between asking for like a request, like everybody line up, and then waiting for the child to be able to process that request and follow that direction. I don't know what the issue was that got us to this point where a recess was going to be taken away, but that needs to be part of the solution. Solution number one, stop taking recess away. And I'll get in the IEP if you need to. Solution number two, what is happening that is getting you to that point? If you don't know the terms of functional behavior analysis, if you don't know the terms of behavior intervention plan, it's important for you to get to know those terms and get to know what I'm just laughing because here I am all in with you guys, and I'm just going to call it like it is. This is Master IEP Coach Lifestyle right here. I have 3 people that can break through on my phone when it's on Do Not Disturb. 2 kids and a husband. That's a kid that you can't see me look at my watch and denying her call. There. So I want you to know the terms functional behavior analysis, behavior intervention plan. I want you to understand those. I want you to understand that those may be some topics that you need to learn more about if recess has been taken away or maybe taken away from your child or from your students. If you have questions about those, drop those questions below. And like I said earlier, if you like this conversation, you're like, yes, that sounds so simple. Like finally making common sense, common practice in special education and really finding the things that make sense to help a child get the education that they need to meet their unique needs, to prepare them for further education, employment, independent living. That's where you can find us over at masteriepcoach.com. I'd love to have you join us in the Master IEP Coach community, and we'll talk to you guys soon.